Hello everybody, welcome to Entered Show. Today we're putting two Percy Jacksons against each other. The 2010 Percy Jackson versus the 2024 Percy Jackson. First movie version of, and the second one would be, I saved it. The second one would be season 1 of Percy Jackson. I'm putting these two together because they're based on the first book. And season 2 has not come out yet for Percy Jackson 2024. Here's the voting. 35% of you think Percy Jackson from the first season would win. And 65% of you think Percy Jackson from the movie would win. Thanks for the 52 that... Thanks for the 52 votes. Makes more sense. I don't know. You guys know me, I'm not very great with grammar and stuff like that. Alrighty, Percy Jackson, first movie, species, he's a demigod. Powers, he can hold his breath for 7 minutes. Natural reflexes, can heal himself and others with water. Also gives him a warrior boost, meaning when he healed himself, he started to fight like a professional soldier. That's what I mean by that. His father talks to him, gives him advice, controls water, the pool. He basically moved the water, right, to heal Annabeth, and he also breathes underwater. So that's pretty cool. Alright, water fountain, which he used the water from the water fountain to, make a force field, technically, to stop the Hydra's flames, so that he can get the pearl. Because the pearl is very, very important. Water tanks. The last scene with Luke, right? Luke versus Percy Jackson. That very cool scene where he took the water out of these giant tanks, right? And he did something very cool with it. He has the water trident, which is what he's holding in that image. Alrighty. Weapons, Riptide, pen sword, armor, flying shoes, foldable shield, and a backpack. I gave him a backpack as a weapon because he did use it to attack somebody. But I don't remember how or what happened when he tried to do that. Durability, car crash, punched into a tree, cuts from a sword. I don't remember if he took some hits from the Minotaur. I'm not sure. But if he did, it'll be a durability that he had. Strength, ripped out the Minotaur's horn out of the tree. This is very strong because the Minotaur, right? He charged into the tree, but then when he tried to get off the tree, right, his horn got up. Meaning, Percy Jackson is kind of stronger than the Minotaur, because if he could pull it out, right, and the Minotaur could not, right, does that mean Percy Jackson's stronger? I'm not sure, but that's my theory. If he, technically speaking, if he did defeat the Minotaur, he is a better warrior, and stronger. But, yeah. Kicked a demigod. Chopped off Medusa's head with one swing. Cut off 5 Hydra heads each with one swing. Broke through a concrete wall. Threw the aqua trident so hard it made Luke fly into the ocean. Speed. Dodged a Minotaur punch. Flying rocks, which is debris, because Grover drove a truck into the stone statues, and it had debris, and I think he did dodge it. I seen it. Hydra's fire breath while in the air with his flying shoes, reacted to lightning and blocked lightning. Smarts, he can read Greek, he has dyslexia due to his brain being hot-wired to read Greek, and ADHD is his natural reflexes at work. Used his phone as a mirror, learned how to use the flying shoes first try. His dad told him to not eat the lotus flower. Yes, it's his dad telling him that, right? But it's still kind of required intelligence. Because the dad's telling him that, and that's the dad's intelligence. So, I don't know. I just put that there to, give you an example of one of his abilities. I don't know if... I wouldn't think he would help him in this type of fight, but if he did, he did. I don't know. The other one has help as well, but in a different form. Found out that the boatman, I don't know why it's spelled like that. The boatman wanted drachmas, not modern money. Used the darkness to his advantage. Defeated minotaurs, 5 demigod soldiers without killing them. Annabeth, Athena's daughter, in training. Medusa chopped off all the Hydra heads. Bad idea. Luke, he had the lightning bolts while he was fighting him. Yeah, that's all of his abilities and speeds and reflexes and stuff. Now off to the people that think will lose the most. Okay, Percy Jackson Season 1. Species, he's a 12-year-old half-blood. What they call a demigod. Has dyslexia, does not prove that he can read Greek, so I did not put that down. Control water, toilet explosion. He exploded the toilet because there was bullies and they were gonna have him have a swirly. I don't think that made sense. But in Alvin and Chipmunks, they called it the swirly. Yeah, but he exploded it. River, he swam out of the river. He can breathe underwater in the rivers. Not necessarily move the water. Tunnel of love, water. He got, He got himself and Annabeth out of the water. The beach water wave, which is most likely his strongest attack with water. He basically made waves. Right, a giant wave, and then he attacked Ares with it. Heal with water. Flying shoes. Wait, flying shoes. I gave him... He'd had flying shoes? Oh, no. My bad, yo. Right, I didn't even... Okay, hold on. That wasn't really a spoiler. Hold on, let me just fix this. Because he's not supposed to have I can't fix it. Okay. He's not supposed to have flying shoes. I just put him flying shoes down because Luke did give him the flying shoes, but he never used it, which is a disadvantage. Breathe and speak underwater. And an aqua lady that delivers messages to him has to be underwater and saved Percy from time to time in the ocean, which he fell right off of something. I forgot what it was called. I'm sorry. He fell, and then this giant water, this amount of water came up to him like a snake, basically, and then brought him down into the ocean to save him. Which, I feel like that was the Aqua Lady, not Poseidon, because Poseidon was getting ready for war or something, and the late Aqua Lady was there when he went into the water and figured out that he could breathe underwater. Alright, yeah, that's my theory for that one. Percy Jackson, yeah. Alright, weapons. Golden Riptide. It's a gold sword. I don't know. Pen sword. Well, it's made out of bronze, but it looks gold, so I just put gold. I don't know. I'm kind of dumb. His sword comes back to him as long as he doesn't surrender it. Armor and a shield. Yeah. Durability. Car crash. Slammed into a tree. Cut by electric spear and sword. Poisoned. Splashed. Water doesn't heal it, but submerged and it does. Slammed onto sand. Turned into gold. Strength. Push someone a few feet away. I don't know what happened. My theory is that he used the water from the fountain, but I tried to look at it and I didn't see any water, like, you know. He did not touch her, based on what we've seen. But later on, one of the teachers, the dude in the wheelchair, that dude, I don't remember names, I'm sorry. The dude in the wheelchair explains that at least you think you didn't, right? Makes me think that he just, really did push someone a few feet away. Ripped off the Minotaur horn. Ripped off the Minotaur's horn off his head. Snapped Clarissa's La Ruse, I said that wrong, electric spear with his shield. Broke off a bus window frame. And cut Medusa's head off. Was hanging onto his sword for dear life. Speed. Comparable to the Minotaur, which basically they both charged at each other, and I feel like they went at the same speed. I feel like. That's why I said comparable, not exactly. Dodged the Minotaur's attacks and reacted to a fury flying at him. He was in the bus and he somehow dodged it. Alright, smarts. He chose the right people for the quest. Greek story knowledge. He used his shield to trap Clarissa's electric spear and broke it. Learns quickly. Most likely knew that Annabeth would get him out of the Golden Throne. Remember what the Oracle said and solved it, and then, put the pieces together for the messages that the Oracle has, and these messages will tell you the future. And figured out that Luke stole the bolt with just a message. Defeated Mrs. Dodds, a fury. The Minotaur fought 3 people at once. 3 demigods at once. Medusa, another fury with Medusa's head. I do not know what the other fury is. I know what it is, kinda, but I don't know how to spell it. Tried to fight the Chimera while poisoned. Held his own against Ares. Kinda defeated him. Kind of, because they didn't really actually, fight. They did fight, yes. But, I don't know. I'm trying to speak over. Tried to fight the Chimera while poisoned. Held his own against Ares. Kind of defeated him. Yeah, I know. Held his own with Luke in a sword fight. And Luke did tell him that he did get better at sword fighting, which is very good. Weakness, kind of tricked by Mr. D. Not a bow user and not a forger. He tried both of those and he did not do very well. Alrighty. Now it's time for who wins. Who would win? Let me see. Let's see. Water powers. Can breathe and talk underwater. Water powers. Battle control over his water. The water fountain scene. If he has better control, so I feel like he wins that category. So he has 1 point. Percy Jackson from the movie has 1 point. Weapons. His sword comes back to him. Not like Thor, but it spawns in his pocket. Okay. Weapons has flying shoes, and his shield bounces off the Hydra heads. He has the flying shoes, which is going to give him a mobility advantage, so he wins that category. Durability, he wins that category because he was poisoned and turned into gold, which the other Percy did not do. Not even a little bit. They're basically neck and neck when it comes to durability as well, except for that. Strength. Ripped the Minotaur's horn with his bare hands, broke a spear. The Minotaur did hit the tree, right? But his horns did not break off like the other Minotaur did. But the other Minotaur had bigger horns. This one had only like bull horns, which I feel like might be a little harder to grip. So that's a lot. Broke his spear is not that much, but strength ripped off the Minotaur's horn out of a tree. So I think there was basically neck and neck. I don't know. Broke through a concrete wall, which is between 3,000 and 7,000 psi, pounds per square inch. It depends on the concrete, but I think it was a very thick concrete, so it's 7,000 psi. Threw his water triton really hard, cut off 5 hydra heads with just like a light swing. I feel like. Because he was just holding his shield in the other hand, and then his other hand just went downwards, right? And cut off the hydra head. So, let me see. Is that one? That one. He has strength. This man has durability. Wow. Speed comparable to the Minotaur, up to 25 miles per hour. And dodged the Fury. Charged into the bus. Fastest bird moves at a speed of 240 miles per hour. While speed dodged and blocked lightning blasts 100,000 miles per hour. He obviously takes speed. Wow. Smarts. Chose the right people for the quest. Most likely knew Annabeth would get him out of the Golden Throne and figured out that Luke stole the bolt. Used the darkness to his advantage. Used the Greek dramas instead of human money, and can read Greek. Actually, I don't know. Well, the movie Percy Jackson has more of like a combat knowledge, right? I feel like. Let me see. Let me think. Okay, so basically the movie Percy Jackson doesn't really show his knowledge with the Greek stories, the Greek mythology stories, right? Which is but he does know who Medusa is, and other stuff. I don't know. I generally do not know, because in my original thought was that movie Percy Jackson had better combat knowledge, because he used the darkness to his advantage, while this Percy Jackson over here with the seasons choose the right ones, and he was more of like a Greek mythology knowledge, and this other one had combat. I feel like they're just neck and neck with that, so it doesn't really matter. Weaknesses. Not very knowledgeable when it comes to Greek mythology, like the Hydra head situation, and that's about it. That's like his only weakness. Weakness kind of got tricked by Mr. D, not a bow user and not a forger. So, yeah, I agree with you guys. The movie Percy Jackson will definitely win because he got the water powers, he got the weapons because of his flying shoes and his better shield. Because he actually uses the shield. Ripped off the Minotaur's horn is neck and neck, but he broke through concrete and threw his water trident very hard. He also has a water trident, which is going to help him. I didn't put that down for some reason. I forgot about it. And he cut it off the Hydra heads super easily. This guy over here tried to hit the Chimera and the Bull, right? They're stronger beings with his sword, and it did not do anything. It just bounced off. The only time I seen this man actually hit someone was at the end with Luke. He hit Luke. Meaning, and he hit Ares in his leg. While this man has a better track record, he actually hit 5 demigods and other stuff. So, Percy Jackson, the movie, wins because of his water powers. His weapons, his strength, his speed. and less weaknesses. He also has better combat experience and knowledge with combat. So that makes winner of this one Percy Jackson from the movie. Let me see. So that means 65% of you were correct. Congrats. Bye, everyone.